right, Chris, are you buying the idea that Carmelo Anthony might indeed sign this 3-year contract extension with the Nuggets?
Well, there's a very slim chance of that happening. What this is it tells you two things. One, it says how torn Carmelo is about giving up the $65 million contract extension and playing in a big market like New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles. He certainly wants to go to New York, but as the days go on, and he gets closer to giving up that $65 million, heading into an uncertain collective bargaining agreement, now he's a bit torn and he's wondering what he should do. But still, it's a very slim chance he would stay in Denver. The second thing is a clear message to the Knicks: come get me now before the deadline, or maybe, just maybe, you might not get me at all.
Go give us a feeling of your gut. What are the chances that Carmelo is still a Nugget after the February 24th trading deadline?
Again, very slim chance of that happening. Their GM in Denver, Masai Ujiri, was the assistant GM in Toronto last year when they went over the same thing with Chris Bosh. Bosh kept saying, you're in the hunt, you're in the hunt. I may stay in Toronto. And, of course, he left and went to Miami. They don't want that to happen in Denver, where they get basically nothing in return for their superstar Melo. Now, that said, they have long considered that maybe owners can get empowered to put a franchise tag on players in the next CBA. And so maybe we do keep Melo and hope that we can franchise him. And finally, with this Lakers talk, they could always do a trade, Andrew Bynum, for Carmelo Anthony after the season, as long as it's before June 30th. So if the Lakers, say, don't win the championship, Bynum may not play well, whatever the case may be, they could revisit that deal before June 30th.
Well, you were the first to report this deal, preliminary talks with the Nuggets by the Lakers, Carmelo Anthony, Andrew Bynum. Last night, here's what the Lakers had to say regarding this report.
I haven't given it a second thought. I haven't even entertained it. My first thought is, why are these people interrupting my life with these kind of rumors?
There's another rumor, as far as I'm concerned. I was caught up in Bosh and in Powell, so no, it's nothing new to me. I'm just going to keep playing basketball.
They're rumors, so we don't really deal with the unknowns. You might as well talk about UFOs, too.
I don't even want to discuss it. I mean, you know, I told Derek Character that if Denver gave us Anthony straight up, that we would trade Derek Character for Anthony. And that's the only thing I said. That's the only trade I want on this basketball club, if that's the one that works out.
How did Derek respond?
I don't even like to use Derek in that situation.
Entertaining reaction. It looks like Kobe working on some new material.
That was good.
That was really good. All right, Chris, let's look at the schedule. The Lakers play the Celtics tonight. That's a good one. The Knicks tomorrow and the Magic Sunday, all on the road. Will the results of these 3 games have anything to do with the Lakers' strategy regarding Carmelo Anthony?
Well, certainly they'll continue to look for minor deals. They're looking for some shooting to strengthen their bench. That won't change. As far as Carmelo Anthony and Andrew Bynum, this is interesting. This could, you know, they have to beat some elite teams at some point. They're 1-6 against the best teams in the league, 0-5 against the top 5 teams. So, yeah, if they perform poorly, if Bynum can't put his stamp on any of these games, especially against Orlando and Boston, where they do have big men, then maybe they revisit this and start considering making this type of move. An interesting thing to watch is how they use Andrew Bynum. Usually he's not playing down the stretch, you know, of fourth quarters. We remember that game recently against San Antonio. The Lakers couldn't get a defensive rebound on the last play. San Antonio wins on a tip-in by Antonio McDyess. Andrew Bynum did not play the last 7 minutes of that game. Let's watch these 3 games, especially Orlando and Boston, see if they use Bynum more down the stretch to see, can he have an impact in the clutch, and maybe, you know, he'll help us win a championship this year.